Noah is desperately steering his ski poles in every direction, as he maneuvers nervously along the snowy and steep path. The ski slope is being consumed rapidly by a roaring avalanche, turning it into an enormous pile of snow, ice, and rocks. Big slabs of ice are gaining on him, and it is just a matter of time until he gets buried alive. Noah's heart is racing abnormally. If he only listened to his mother earlier, not to go skiing in this type of weather, he would not be in this life-threatening predicament. He is losing all hope of living when he saw a grove of trees ahead. If only he can take cover at the back of the trees, then he'll have a chance of surviving. He put all his strength in his arms and steered with his life at stake. He was able to take cover at a hair's breadth. Then seconds later, the avalanche swallowed the whole area. Noah was buried under the thick snow. He gasped for air as he struggled his way up to the surface. He does not want to die during his middle school's winter break. He was suffocating, but he wants to cling to his dear life. He continued digging himself out of the avalanche. What lasted for a couple minutes of struggling, felt like hours and hours of agony and helplessness. Finally, with a stroke of luck and an unfaltering desire to live, Noah was able to set himself free. He gasped for air as he slowly crawled upward. His upper body strength has completely diminished to none. He slumped on the thick snow while catching his breath. After he gained a bit of strength, he decided to head back to the ski resort. It's already sundown, and he does not want his family to worry much further. The sun is beginning to fade, and the sky is being devoured by darkness. He was still nowhere near the ski resort. He was resting when suddenly, he heard his mother's voice calling him. He was filled with an abrupt delight. He asked where his mom is. His mother replied and said that she's behind the trees. She asked Noah to come quickly, to which the young man immediately obliged. He was almost at the trees when he heard someone calling his name nearby. When he looked, he got confused. It was his mother holding a flashlight. She's with his dad and some people from the rescue team. They all have torch sticks. But the odd thing is, they are also carrying rifles. Noah asked his mom how did she get there so fast, because just moments ago, she was just behind the trees. His mom's untroubled look of finding him, changed immediately to a dreadful and panic-stricken one. Her mom ordered him to get away from the trees as fast as he can, with a trembling voice. Noah got puzzled even more after seeing his mom's reaction. He was about to turn back, when he heard a loud growl or snarl from where he is standing. He looked at the direction of the sound. He immediately got scared and frightened at the horrendous sight before him. Standing just several feet away from him, is a creature he has just heard from fire camp stories and saw online. It's standing at almost 15 feet high. It has pointed ears with antlers or horns sprouting from its head, which makes it scarier. Its piercing yellow, glowing and sunken eyes, are staring at him intently. It is licking its long yellow fangs and razor-sharp claws, with its overly long tongue. Noah almost puked because of the sour odor of decay, coming from its yellow and ash-gray skin. The creature is thin and emaciated or skeletal. Its skin is stretched so tight over its body, that Noah could see all the bones clearly. One of the rescuers immediately fired a gunshot at the creature. The silver bullet was evaded as the creature took off at an incredible speed, leaving its stench lingering. Noah felt relieved and safe for the first time that day. He hurriedly went to his mom and dad, and hugged them tightly. He got a few scoldings from his mother, which was expected. He deserved it, he thought. They continued walking towards the resort. They were almost at their cabin when the air was suddenly filled with a decaying scent. Then, in just a split of a second, her mother screamed frantically as she loses her grip on Noah. They all saw her mom being dragged by the hair by the creature they saw earlier. The rescue team fired at the creature, but it was too fast. They all heard his mom's screams and cries fade in the calm night, as she is being dragged on the rocky snow. Noah's knees felt weak and he collapsed. He and his dad wanted to look for her, but the rescue team refused because it's too dangerous. They could end up losing all their lives as well. Noah sobbed heavily and kept blaming himself for what happened. If only he has not been stubborn, his mother will still be by their side. At the break of dawn, Noah, together with his dad, searched fervently for his mom. But to their horror, they found her torn clothes stained with blood. They continued searching meaninglessly until it was dark. Noah and his dad retired to their cabin, with devastated and despairing hearts, trying to accept the hard truth that they will never see his mom smile again. A year has gone by and it's winter break once more. He and his father went back to the same ski resort, where his mom passed away, to reminisce her memories. The day was calm, the sky is still, and no sign of winter storm coming. Noah decided to take a stroll where his mother went missing. He was walking through a grove of pine trees, when he heard an awfully familiar growl. He hurriedly ran to safety, but he tripped on a branch hiding beneath the snow and fell on the ground. The smell of decay and rotten skin grows nearer and nearer, then finally, as he lifted his head, he saw once more the creature that led his mom to her death. The creature raised its long and sharp claws into the air, ready to strike. Noah covered himself with his arms, trembling. He was waiting for his death, but he noticed that the creature suddenly stopped. When he looked, the creature is staring at him closely, inspecting his face. Then, it let out a loud cry of growl which echoed in the entire ski resort. It ran towards the mountains, all the way to the top, leaving him unscathed. Noah was extremely puzzled, but he was relieved to keep his life. But, there's one thing bothering him. The moment that he locked eyes with the creature, the feeling of fear, anguish, and terror, immediately turned into a feeling of longing, yearning, and love, for his mother. His heart can't stop beating. He was in shock and bewildered. He just hoped and prayed, that wherever his mom is, she knows that she is terribly missed and remembered. Even if she turned into a Wendigo,